What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I am very excited because I am attending the Virginia Film Festival, as I do every year. I'm a member of the press. I am going to be reviewing all 12 or 13 films that I will be watching at the film festival. So there's going to be a lot of just reviews after reviews after reviews coming for you guys. And while this is not the opening night film, I will get to that. I have to let that one ponder. We are going to start these actual set of reviews with The Testament of Ann Lee, which I got to see today at the Virginia Film Festival. It was my second film there. It is about the title character of Ann Lee, played by Amanda Seyfried, who is this religious cult leader, if you will. She's this monarch on this ship who is trying to build a new church after a tragedy happens to her, and she basically thinks that she is the female incarnation of Jesus Christ. And so it's a interesting exploration of religion. And this is directed by Mona Fastvold. And if you recognize that name, it's because she was one half of the writing team for The Brutalist. Her husband, which is Brady Corbet, directed The Brutalist last year. And so now they did a whole switcheroo where Mona Fastvold is the one directing, and then he's the one kind of co-writing this with her. So it's great to see her in the director's chair, this is her second film after The World to Come, I believe was the first one. And that was a really great film that she did. If y'all have not checked that one out, I highly recommend it. But this film was made for only $10 million, which kind of blew my mind. This film was also picked up by Searchlight Pictures, so they will be distributing the film. And it also stars Thomasin McKenzie, Lewis Pullman, Tim Blake Nelson, amongst several other names. How this is going to work, guys, I'm going to give you guys what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film, and then give you guys my overall final thoughts and conclusion. What I really liked about this film, my pros, first off, I just got to say the thing that stands out the most, which is Amanda Seyfried's performance. Her performance in this film is otherworldly. It is insane what she's able to pull off here. She is ferocious. This is a very bold performance from Amanda Seyfried, and I've never seen her this good. This is a career best performance from her. All the other performances are good. But this is a showcase for Amanda Seyfried. She is coming for that Best Actress Oscar nomination. And so people better look out because she's got a good chance of winning after watching this film. Another thing I'd like to talk about in terms of the pros is just the lush costume design and production design, how historically accurate it all is, by the way. It all really fits the Shakers group, which is the religious group that Ann Lee founded in the movie. It all really ties into that history if you know about the history. And each particular little detail is a work of art. And I feel the same way also about the cinematography. The cinematography, it's like a painting. Every single frame of this movie is pretty much a painting. And it was shot on 35 millimeter film and then expanded to 70 millimeter. And you could definitely tell. You have to see this on the largest screen possible because this is a truly outstanding, monumental feat of filmmaking. This movie also, I forgot to preface this when I talked about the description of the movie. This movie is a musical. So yes, technically it has songs, it has people breaking out into songs, it has stuff like that, but this is much different than your standard musical. There's literally a song that's just a bunch of laws. It's like la 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 la. That's literally like one of the songs, basically. And there are ones that actually have lyrics to them too, but there, but it's just very different and unique. And you see a lot of people just shake, and it looks like they're doing the Harlem Shake. That's why they call themselves the Shakers. They're basically doing something like that because they're worshiping Christ, and that's how they worship Him. So, I'm not gonna. I just like I don't kink shame. Not gonna worship shame. If you want to do it that way, you do it that way. I ain't gonna do it that way. But if you want to do it that way, then go ahead. Be my guest. I really liked the score of this movie. The score also is very subtle. It's from the same person who composed the music for The Brutalist, Daniel Blumberg. But this is not as intense as the Brutalist score. You don't hear the loud you don't hear any of that. It's a lot more subtle and really blends in with the rest of the film. I loved also thematically what the film was saying, because yes, it shows kind of a nutso kind of gonzo side to this lady, but also you're supposed to also respect her because she started such a big feminist movement and was kind of a feminist icon. And so you kind of respect where her heart was and where her morals lied, but you also understood the fact that she was just brainwashed due to what due to her beliefs. And I thought it was really interesting to talk about blind faith versus true faith, to talk about what certain rules of religions believe versus other religions, and just like a really deep personal kind of conversation there. And I really respected it, and it even made me, as someone who grew up very religious, it made me even question some things and look back on things and wonder if I've made the right choices or not. And at the end of the day, it's like all of them, kind of all these people in this movie are coming together to do this, and it's just kind of showing the camaraderie between people with just absolute unfathomable faith. And I think that was kind of interesting to explore. And you do not have to be religious or a Christian or anything to get anything out of this movie. I think there's going to be something in there for everyone. It is going to be divisive, though. Not everyone's going to love this film. I already talked to some people at the festival who weren't big on it. And I definitely understand. This film is like 2 hours, and this is where I'll get into my flaws. This film is 2 hours and 20 minutes, basically. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes. And you definitely can feel the length on it because it's got a much more slower pace. It's moving very kind of tedious. But I was never bored. I was enthralled. I was put under this movie's spell. But I'm just saying, for people who aren't into slow movies, this might be kind of hard for them. The only issues that I had personally is there's some scenes that felt often repetitive. You would get one scene that repeated itself, and then a lot of times whenever you would get songs in there would be songs that sound similar or dance moves that look pretty similar. The choreography is great in this movie. The actual choreography and the songs are very unique, which I really appreciated. But again, there's a repetitiveness to the nature of the film, and that kind of bogs it down a bit. Another thing too, I don't know if this is intentional or not. Amanda Seyfried does a good job singing in the parts that she sings in. You can tell she's not fully giving it her all because this is a different character than like what the Les Mis character was. This movie has a lot of bad singing. There are characters like Lewis Pullman who he cannot sing. I'm sorry. His voice was awful in this movie. He cannot sing. There's this other older guy in the film who absolutely cannot sing. That kind of took me out of the movie when I was watching, because especially when you're watching a musical, you're looking forward to some of the songs in there, and if they don't sing them good, then it's gonna kind of ruin the experience a bit. So that was a bummer. Basically, it, guys. I was completely astounded by this movie. I thought this movie was way better than it had any right to be, way better than I thought it was going to be. I looked at the divisiveness of the reviews. Some people were really loving it. Some people were mid on it. And I thought I would fall somewhere in the middle there. But I'm on the side of loving this film, guys. This is, again, not going to be for everyone, but if this is your cup of tea, if you're into like these art house kind of period piece movies, then I think you're definitely going to dig this one. Check it out when it comes out in theaters on Christmas. So you have to wait until December 25th, around that time, in order to watch this movie. But it will be well worth the wait, guys. Also, let me know down below. Do you think this will get any Oscar nominations? And if you do, what categories do you see this one sneaking into? I would love to hear your thoughts. We're going to delve deep more into this film and the categories it's going to compete in, and much more on Awards Roundtable coming up this week. Now I'm seeing all these awards contenders. So be on the lookout for that, guys, and much, much more. Thank you all, everyone who watched this. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, share, ring that notification bell, because there's going to be a ton more festival reviews. I don't want y'all to miss a single one. So I will see you all in the next video. Until then, stay classy, my friends. Keep on watching those movies.